Good morning, everyone. So I'm back on the charts this morning. The time is 8:56. The day is Thursday, February 13th, 2025. And I'm here on Euro Dollar again. And I just went in long after 8:30 in the morning high impact news event release driver. We had PPI numbers come out this morning. And so basically I'm looking for a continuation long from the move we had yesterday. And so I had this 5 minute breaker block, which price just priced outside of, which is not a good sign. I don't really like to see that. But then we also have this 5 minute fair value gap right here, which is this yellow rectangle. So we have our unicorn model in play. So this is a very powerful pattern for entry. And so I like to see it start to deliver buy side here. I like to see it run right over this sell side inefficiency right here. I like to see it price right through that. Now we are inside of the 850 to 910 macro. So if it's going to use this fair value gap and breaker block, I like to see it within this 20-minute interval of time. In other words, I like to see large up close candles starting to form here between 850 to 910, and the time now is 8:58. So I'll go ahead and draw my vertical lines, which delineate that 20-minute time element. And so I'm waiting here now just to see how price delivers here on this 5 minute time frame. But what I'll end up doing is I'll go back out to my higher time frames to give you guys the full narrative and bias. I mean, of course, my bias is bullish. It's been bullish for the last month and a half or so. Um, and so, yeah, there's a lot of things stacked up for this trade. But, with trading, it is a game of probabilities. And, I trade with probabilities in my favor. But, even with that, can sometimes still incur losses. That's just a part of the game. And so, yeah, I'm still hopeful here. But I don't like how much time price is spending inside of this fair value gap. But this level here, this purple line, is the New York midnight opening price for today. It's 0 o'clock. So we had here an accumulation. We had our manipulation lower, which is like a retracement into a higher time frame key level. And I'm looking for this to be our distribution to the upside. I feel like if it doesn't do it now, then it'll probably do it at 10 o'clock or sometime after 9:30. But yeah, I went in long on all three of these accounts here that I have with funding traders. This is the 50K account. Brought the balance up to $243.98 with the trade that delivered yesterday. And so I went ahead and increased my risk on this one. I'm risking 1% on this trade. So $500 risk for $1,000 reward. And so one of the things to be mindful of too is we do have President Trump speaking sometime later today. I don't have an exact time for it. It's tentative, but I'm assuming it'll be sometime this afternoon where he'll speak. But that'll also inject some volatility into the market. And so we just priced outside of that 5 minute fair value gap, which is not a good sign. I may look to go ahead and close this one out early. It's not looking like it's going to deliver. I may have to wait until a little later this morning. But I'm going to accept the risk. I might get a rejection block. So the time now is 9:07, and again, I'd like to see price start to spool higher here now. We're coming up on the end of this macro. This macro time period ends at 9:10. Coming back up to test this fair value gap. I'd like to see it get reclaimed. All right, so that was a stop out. So I'll go ahead and wait and see how price delivers here now. Um, I'll re-enter with half the risk if everything pans out according to plan. So I had a feeling this might be used as a rejection block. That's what this green horizontal line is. It's a 5M, 5-minute rejection block. Maybe it would have been better to put my stop below this sweep. So that's an error on my part. Had my stop too tight. But I mean, we could still come down and take out this low. Um, I would just like to see this act as a rejection block, but it could just price could just fall lower. And it's 9:12 now, so we're outside of that macro time window. So either price is going to take out this low or it's going to take out this high. And we can see here this that macro, all it did was come back down into this rejection block. And either it went down to the rejection block in order to respect it or to negate it and go even further down into this low that was created during the news event release. It looks like we may get continued sell side delivery, or at least that's a possibility. But what I would like to see is continued buy side delivery, hence my bullish bias. So again, here if another potential entry pans out, I'll incur half the risk. So on that last trade, I was risking 500, which is 1%. So if I were to re-enter, I'd risk just half a percent. And so I just checked Euro Pound just to see which asset is stronger or which asset will be stronger against dollar. And pound is actually showing strength now. So it may be a better idea to buy pound dollar over euro dollar. But it just depends on how these 15-minute candles print. But yeah, I'm still bullish. Like, just because I got stopped out doesn't mean that price is not going to go higher. Just I had my stop loss a little too tight. It admittedly it should have been below this low. So it's an error on my part. But that happens. No biggie. Won't happen again. So this is generally what price tends to do between like 9:10 to 9:30. It tends to be a bit consolidated until 9:30 equities open, and then we get another spike in volatility. But yeah, that breaker block and fair value gap failed to deliver, so I could take those off now. But I am expecting for this fair value gap right here, this yellow rectangle, I'm expecting for it to get reclaimed. And we also have this sell side of balance, buy side inefficiency. I like to see that be used as an inversion fair value gap, a bullish one, where it can price through it, then come back down into it and be used as support to send price higher. Yeah, I'm starting to like pound a little more now. Um, Euro may be the one that's playing a little bit more catch up. Let's see something here. Yeah, still like OTE. Yeah, so pound looks like it's definitely going to get to the buy side liquidity draw faster than euro. Um, the forex pair euro pound is selling off, which means we got strength in pound, and then we got some nice sell side liquidity on euro pound, which means pound is a stronger asset. And I'll pull up pound here. So yeah, initially euro was looking stronger, but after news, euro had that surge in volatility, and then it would just repriced over. It just priced over that buy side run. So now we're here on euro pound, a 5-minute chart. You see this fair value gap right here. Got some mohawks. Yeah, pound is looking like a good buy. I may want to buy a 1-minute fair value gap, but it might be too late. Let's check euro again. I like to get the best position. Yeah, look at that. Euro's doing the same thing. So yeah, I could see this 5-minute fair value gap getting reclaimed. Let me pull out my measuring tool on my trading view chart. So we got about a 21-point stop. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a pound. I don't know why this chart always does this. Sometimes it's like it's glitching. All right, so it's 9:30. We just had the equities open, and let's zoom in a bit. So we're pricing down. We've priced back down into this 5 minute fair value gap, and I'd like to see it hold as support, but this is not a good sign. We're already pricing outside of it. And dollar is looking like it wants to go a tad bit higher. We'll see here. Okay, so that last 5 minute candle, it priced outside of that 5 minute fair value gap. So it created another mohawk, which can be problematic. But we'll see how price behaves inside of this 5 minute sell sign balance buy side efficiency if it reaches up into it. I'd like to see it at least take a stab into it, see what kind of reaction we get here. But it's really struggling now. Dollar must be Dollar must be getting some wings. Yep. And dollar is just being held. So that's why we're getting this consolidation here. Looks like I mean, the stage is set for a high resistance liquidity run. I mean, this is very choppy. Price doesn't really want to pick a direction. I'll see what it does when that 950 to 1010 macro hits. It's 940 right now. I'll go ahead and draw out that time element here. And I mean, the good thing is, if we do get a nice pop before or during the 9:50-10 macro, um, it may be an opportunity to add into this position. But, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's see if this 5 minute fair value gap will be reclaimed. Let's go back to the 5 minute. So we've priced through it. Let's see if we'll price back above it, use it as support to go higher. I'll drop back down to the 1 minute. So that's looking good there. Let's see if we get this pop. And just show the accounts here. Yeah, we get above these highs. I regather more confidence in this trade. I mean, I still think it's going to deliver to buy side. It's just this here is this consolidation, and it's primarily because dollar is being held. Like I said earlier, we have Trump speaking later today, so that's one of the reasons why it's most likely being held. Don't know when he's going to speak. I'll see if they update it. Forex factory with a time. And no, it's still tentative. I don't know when he's going to speak, but most likely it's going to be this afternoon. So the time is 9:46 now. I got 4 minutes until that macro, and we're here in between two 1 minute levels. I mean, when we think of this range here from low to high, this range in price action is nested within. Look at this candle here. This is our 8:30 PPI candle, that data release. So we're working the top end, the range of this candle, which to me is still a selling point for my bias bullish. So, I'll just sit on my hands and wait, see if we get this pop. And so dollar, it looks like it's going to give up the ghost here now. It's finally being released. Do I not have a take profit set? Let's go ahead and do that. Got my wrist set. And let's zoom out a bit. Show you guys what my target is and why. Yeah, so we're getting that pop now. Like I was talking about, that's what I like to see right here. And I'm gonna zoom back in here. I'm just getting this squared away. 7-9, 7-7. Okay, well then 7-6. Yeah. Oh man. All right, so let's go back up to the 5 minute. You can see how this is delivering. So once we get a candle body close on this 5 minute interval, and we're inside the macro now. Once we get this close, I like to see price come back down into this imbalance. Okay, and then I'll enter more. Maybe. um, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The draw on liquidity is so obvious. Like I just like I'm so dead set on bullishness. And I mean ultimately, like I had been telling you guys for a while, I'm looking for price to deliver into. I'll zoom out so you guys can see it. There's a monthly premium wick, which is my low hanging fruit objective. But ultimately, let's see. Okay, so this let's hide the drawings for a minute. Okay, so pound has actually already delivered into what the area, well, the level I'm talking about. Euro dollar hasn't. Euro dollar may be playing a bit of catch up here, but this level here, 25427, 25427. Like that. So that monthly premium wick, consequent encroachment. It's already been delivered to. However, longer term, on this chart, it's like a volume imbalance. So I believe we could, I mean, if dollar really starts to sell off, we really could get up there. And what I'm basing this on is just we had this delivery in price, this sell off over the last several months. And this monthly volume imbalance is in equilibrium of this price range. So it wouldn't be unreasonable for price to get up there. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Okay, so we got our 5 minute for value gap. So now I can decide if I want to re-enter or just take back what I lost plus what I had already, pretty much get back what I had already gained on this account. That's what would happen if I just let this run to TP. And if I don't, I decide I want to add, I can make a little more today. Um, decisions, right? Because this is my second trade of the day, I I'm more leaning along the side of caution, meaning I'm probably not going to add. But during this macro, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another run back down into there. If I wanted to cut my risk some, I'd move my stop here. So I'd have to calculate to see how much that would be if I were to enter another position. I just enter half for to do it. So instead of risking 250 on my next position, risk 125. Let's calculate here before it happens. Have a lot of time. So we got 15 and a half will be the stop. So 125 divided by 15 and a half. It's 806. And then I move my stop up here. Both stops will be down, will be up here. I'm not going to do it on this account, but on these accounts, I'm going to do it. I'm trying to catch these accounts back up. And I want to end the week positive. I don't want to incur more risk than I have to. So pyramid into this one, instead of risking 31, I'd be risking about $15. 15 divided by 15 and a half. It's about 96 cents. So we would do, oh, don't even have a stop. I need to be careful. I think I'm trading too many accounts. Forgetting to place stops and whatnot. That's a big no-no. I'm gonna have to get a trade copier, which requires a subscription. Let's see here. 5. Yeah. At 95 cents. At 0.09 or 0.1 for these accounts. We getting that fair value gap. I'm gonna do it. I go ahead and get myself ready. And really, I mean, put my stop. Like this fair value gap is reclaimed. This 5 minute fair value gap. So I don't expect for price to come back down into that fair value gap, which means this most likely is going to be a breakaway gap. But this one, if we get a nice price and back down into it, I'd add more into my position. And yeah, I think price is about to run now. It's 10 o'clock. So where do I have my sight set? You already know. Right there on buy side liquidity. Let's put it. I don't know where it's putting the eye. That's kind of weird. Like, where is it? Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the eye is hiding. Let's check euro pound. Let's see if pound is still strong. It's pricing into a buy side imbalance on a 5 minute chart. But there's so much sell side liquidity. Like, it looks like we're in a market maker sell model, a 15-minute time frame for euro pound, which means we have strength for pound over euro. Peek back at euro dollar. Yeah, so euro dollar is making this move. Again, I mean, I didn't have to incur those losses. Well, that loss was a loss on each account. All I had to do is have proper stop loss placement. So that's an error on my part. My stop loss was initially supposed to be set below this low, but I didn't do that. Like I said, it won't happen again. That's kind of a rookie error, too. I should know better than that by now. I think I just really expected for price to get animated. So we're going to get our spool higher now. Um, we have minor buy side liquidity here. So, I mean, I don't want to see it run minor buy side and then come all the way back down into my fair value gap because it could do things like that. I'd rather it just go ahead and get on up there. Let's move these stops on these other accounts. Let's go here. Yeah, we haven't even reached our minor buy side liquidity level yet, so um, there's no real concern about price doing what it's doing here. I know this whip to the upside may scare some, but it's not really scaring me. I mean, buy side is the objective. Let's not act like it's not. Like I said, I mean, there's just a lot going on in the world. Um, and we have a minute, well, less than that, about 25 seconds now until this candle closes. So, I mean, it could do this and then run open up there and take out this minor buy side. I'll put that on here too. A minor buy side. So usually this is where I take a partial right there at minor buy side, but I'm gonna just let this run. Like, if it's going to get here, then most likely it's going to get there as well. And long term, I'm expecting prices to get higher than both of those levels. So we do have some high impact news tomorrow morning. We have core retail sales and regular retail sales. Let's see. Let's make this. Um, confirm. Yeah, okay, let me see. 5. Where's that euro? Oh, that's pound. Just looks funny. Hmm. So we're inside the silver bullet hour from 10 to 11. We're also in the last minute of our 950 to 1010 macro. So at the bare minimum, I like to see a run into buy side, minor buy side liquidity. Like I'd like to see a run, like an animated run into minor buy side. So much so that it also takes out this buy side liquidity level above. And so this I'll be more precise about what these buy side levels are. This one here is actually London buy side liquidity, and it's also the daily high, this intraday high. So I'm expecting us to make a new high today. So we're right there at the end of the macro. I like to see it spool up higher now into this minor buy side level. Okay, so we can see where that minor buy side liquidity level just got delivered to. And I'm going to take a peek over here at dollar just to make sure that we're not hitting any major key levels. And now we're not. We still have a lot of sell side below us, so I'm still expecting dollar to sell off. Um, and that bodes well for pound dollar continuing to go higher. So weakness in dollar means strength in pound. So more buy side delivery is expected. All right, and so there you have it, folks. Buy side delivered. Entered in short down here at 1.24755. We exited at 1.25176. It's a nice buy side liquidity run. Had to weather this consolidation. Even got stopped out. Made the mistake of jamming my stop loss too tight. Not on pound dollar, but on euro dollar. A euro dollar ran deeper into this wick. But either way, came out positive for the day. Let's look at my closed positions. So total P&L for the day. Well, yeah, total P&L for the day is $85.66. And total P&L 247.06 for this account. So I'll go ahead and close this one out. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.